Who is more likely to cheat, men or women? Psychology says what really determines cheating is never gender, but the accumulation of disappointment. Hi everyone, I am Dudu. Men cheat impulsively, while women fall silently. It is not that they do not love each other at the beginning, but they are just tired. One night she sent a message. I never thought I would cheat, but that day when he said, "You seem very tired," my tears fell. She has a husband, a child, and a decent job. She has never been the kind of person who would betray. But such a woman who is very stable, in the eyes of others, one day a crack slipped out of her heart. On the other hand, he, at the end of the same city, just changed the avatar of a woman on WeChat to "don't contact again." He didn't expect that he would become such a person. It's not that he doesn't love his wife, but he said, "I think she doesn't need me anymore." Cheating never distinguishes between men and women, but only who is lonely first in the relationship. Who is more likely to cheat? The answer given by the data may surprise you. In the past few decades, we have been accustomed to thinking that men are more likely to cheat than women. Indeed, many early studies have shown that the male cheating rate is significantly higher than that of women. However, with the development of society and the loosening of gender roles, the situation is quietly changing. According to the National Sexual Health and Behavior Study, the cheating rate of men and women under the age of 35 is approaching, and women's emotional cheating has even surpassed that of men. The Domestic China Marriage Quality Report shows that about 34 of men had extramarital sex, and about 27 of women had extramarital sex. The gap is narrowing, and the proportion of women's spiritual cheating continues to rise. In other words, men may cheat more explicitly, but women are more implicitly disappearing in the relationship. And this difference is not in gender, but in their emotional mechanism. 2. Why do men cheat? Many times it is a combination of impulse opportunity. In psychology, a word is often used to describe male cheating: opportunistic behavior. It was not planned, but the opportunity just happened to appear, and he just didn't refuse it. Common psychological inducements for men to cheat: physiological needs, drive, and satisfied sexual desire, lack of freshness, external temptations and interference, colleagues, old lovers, drunken emotions, social networks, lack of sense of accomplishment, feeling unnecessary in marriage, wanting to find the self-identity of "I'm still okay" in others, repression of intimate relationships, lack of communication, high pressure, and nowhere to vent, social cognition, acquiescence. Men's cheating is understandable, which is they often don't love but use cheating as an emotional outlet. At the moment when they cannot be understood or seen, they use their bodies to find confirmation. 3. Why do women cheat? Most of them are escapes after emotional accumulation. Unlike men's suddenness and tension, Dr. women's cheating is often an emotional collapse after repeated grievances in a relationship. They may have tried to communicate, accommodate, and endure many times, until one day someone listened to her complete sentence, someone found her new haircut, and someone said, "Are you very tired recently?" She collapsed. Common psychological characteristics of female cheating. Emotions are not responded to for a long time. She is getting more and more silent in the relationship, but the other party is accustomed to it. Sense of values exhausted. She feels that she is just a nanny tool. Ma'am's sense of responsibility into the relationship is exhausted. No more eye contact, no more touch, 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 no more heartache. Someone gives understanding outside. A little consideration as a mechanism is activated. She begins to find she is not unfaithful. She just hasn't been loved for too long. 4. Men's cheating and women's leaving never happen suddenly. Men's cheating may be an impulse. Women's cheating is often a silent farewell. What you see is that he deletes chat records, she turns off the location, and they lie. But what you don't see is how many moments of holding on alone in the relationship they have experienced before. A relationship will not rot suddenly. It just cracks bigger and bigger after every neglect and every quarrel. That time you were busy looking at your phone and didn't listen to her finish speaking. That time you blocked his emotions with, "Are you annoying?" That time you said, "I'm tired" from overtime. She said, "I'm tired too." And then the two of them had a silent affair. It's not the starting point, but the end point. It's because they can't walk anymore that someone decides to turn around. 5. So, who is more likely to cheat, men or women? The answer is when an intimate relationship lacks oxygen, anyone may cheat. When a man cheats, he says, "It's not that I don't love her, it's just that she's too strong and I don't want to argue." When a woman cheats, she says, "It's not that I don't love him, it's just that he doesn't look at me, doesn't touch me, and doesn't say a nice word." Love is still there, but the connection is broken. The real difference is not gender, but whether you are seen, needed, or understood in the relationship. When these are not there, everyone wants to escape. 6. The ultimate explanation of psychology, cheating is the side effect of emotions not being placed. Regardless of whether a man or a woman, the essence of cheating is when a person feels repressed, ignored, and lost in an intimate relationship for a long time and has no way to express it. He chooses betrayal to fight loneliness. It may be a protest of self-worth, or it may be a struggle to be loved, or even a despair of giving up communication completely. So, what we should never ask is, who is more likely to cheat? But who is more likely to be forgotten in a relationship? Finally, I want to tell you, if you have been cheated, don't doubt yourself. If you have been moved, don't blame yourself easily. You may have been betrayed, and you may have almost made a mistake. You may start to doubt because of an ambiguous message, a late text message, or a sudden alienation. Am I not good enough? Should I find someone who understands me? But dear, you have to remember, cheating is not caused by you, nor is it a solution. True closeness is always based on mutual tolerance of emotions, mutual participation in life, and mutual recognition of soul. Don't give up your soul casually when you are ignored. Don't let down the person who still wants to stay when you want to escape. Cheating is not a gender issue. It is two people in a relationship. One gets tired first, and the other doesn't see it.